Look what you've done! Cut that bit out.
No, that's going to be the cold open.
Oh, yes.
Neat.
You can run with us. We've got everything you need. Run with us. We are free.
Welcome to the best and worst of The Simpsons and Family Guy 2024 edition. Here we are again, unhappy as can be. Well, allow me to pad out this intro by sharing a barely interesting fact about the most recent seasons of these animated television comedies that have passed their sell-by date by, we'll be generous and say 10 years. Each season of The Simpsons contains an average of 22 episodes, each season of Family Guy an average of 20. However, season 35 of The Simpsons contains only 18 episodes, and season 22 of Family Guy a mere 15. Can anyone guess why that is?
Did they get bored whilst writing them?
I'm going to take a mad pun and say it was the writer's strike.
Were they striking just from Family Guy and Simpsons?
We want new shows.
Seth, I want to go to bed, Seth.
Seth MacFarlane was protesting, bring back the Cleveland show.
No, I don't want to do American Dad.
As usual, the episodes we are viewing today have the most positive and most negative reviews on IMDb, even though we have established in our previous videos that the reviews of the many don't reflect the views of the few.
It's just hard to add on to the discourse for a show that's been dead for such a long time. It's hard to think of more things to say other than, I can't believe that they're doing it again. I do have a little story related to our last video. The week after we filmed it, I went to pub quiz, and the special round, as chosen by the losers of the previous week, was Family Guy. It was questions like, how many seasons has there been, who's the new mayor, all these things. And I got 10 out of 10 on that round, and we won the quiz, but at what cost? At the cost of the entire pub quiz team thinking that I'm some new Family Guy mega fan, because I knew all the answers to modern Family Guy, and I kept sitting there going, I watched it for a video, I swear.
I watched it ironically.
I won a few quid, but I'm not sure if it was worth it for the social ostracisation that came from that. If you see me falling over, it's either because I'm walking or because I'm trying to find an excuse to not watch this Family Guy episode.
You're going to reenact that Peter Kay Is This the Way to Amarillo, where Ronnie Corbett fell over.
What a fucking reference!
Ronnie Corbett gets hit by football.
In the Bible, the Holy Bible, Messiah sleeps tonight.
The shows like Breaking Bad and Frasier really nailed the intro thing, because I'm so tired of hearing this, and I don't watch this show regularly.
The Simpsons now only just show the title The Simpsons.
Yeah.
It's know when the boat comes in.
Thou shalt have a fishy on a little ishy. Thou shalt have a fishy when the boat comes in.
Does he have the red, hairless undercarriage of an older dog?
He sure does. He's the Jason Alexander of hairless scroti.
I don't know if that is.
No, I don't know about it.
You know, we're living in a society!
I actually remember seeing an episode of Family Guy where Peter discovers apps, and people are like, what do you mean you never heard of apps before?
Podcasts! Guys don't want a girlfriend who comes home smelling like dog pee. I'm practically a fire hydrant.
Yeah, is that right?
Brian wants to fuck her, doesn't he?
More bestiality.
I'm not really a big fan of
There's your spot. Wasn't he also accused of sexual harassment?
Yeah. The dog stuff, though, come on.
I certainly would summarise this episode so far as dog stuff.
All right, I'm going out. I'll see you guys later.
Whoa. What's that around your neck?
I may have a date with a Christian girl.
Would he not put it on outside if he was embarrassed? If we were to ignore the bestiality element, she still shouldn't be dating a patient.
But also, he's converted to human years. He's way too old.
Hello, evangelicals! Who out there is boring? We are!
I don't know why, but that guy seems a bit fishy to me.
What do you say we go back to my place after this and get a little crazy?
Really?
You can sniff my arse.
And then we'll have sex?
Sex? Brian, I'm Christian, and no good Christian believes in sex before marriage.
But they do believe in sex with a dog.
I even researched abortion clinics in case the condom broke.
Yeah, no, I know. It's in your Twitter bio.
So what do we all think about lying about your religion to get a girl to date you?
I'm running out of religions.
I'm pretty sure I've seen this exact storyline from Brian like 12 times.
Yeah, this comes up a lot. Family Guy is going to tackle the big argument in the world. Is Stewie gay?
No, he's just British.
Call blimey, Governor, I assured you love men.
What is your favorite Lizzo song?
The one about pride and being a big girl.
Correct.
How recent was this? Was this before the allegations?
This particular episode was one of the very last, if not the last, to air.
I want to shred it to Lizzo. Oh yeah, I'm that bitch.
Comedy.
Don't listen to him. He's Roman. I'm Egyptian. I'm Greek, and I can tell you he's 30 thetas that way.
Are they all about to walk into a bar?
I'm sorry I used the time machine without asking, but I came here to stop Jesus from starting Christianity.
Is Brian stupid enough to think going back and getting rid of Christianity wouldn't have hugely radical effects on modern day?
Hasn't he also missed it? It's 30 AD, so I mean, he's already an adult.
You don't go back in time to kill Hitler in 1939.
You just kill him as a baby.
To Brian's credit, which is not something I say very often, there are loads of films about people like going out of their way to be someone's type to make love work, but no one's ever gone back in time to stop like Christianity taking root in the first place by eliminating the Messiah. He's really fucking going for it for someone who he just thinks is a bit hot.
I hope he asks Jesus whose leg do you have to hump to get a dry martini around here.
Doesn't Jesus also appear in various episodes normally?
Yeah.
Now, I know in South Park's universe, Jesus is in modern day.
Blessed are the cheesemakers. Well, he has got a big nose.
I'm Brian and so's my dog.
I want to be a stand-up comedian, like my friend Jackie the Mason or Louis the Blacksmith.
Or Gilbert the Godfried.
So he doesn't believe in Jesus, but he's literally with Jesus right now as we speak. In trying to get rid of Jesus, they are confirming that Jesus is real and has powers of a god.
Beware of God.
So he wants to convince these people to not create Christianity, but they're literally just mates with God, neighbours with him.
I don't believe in God. Well, there he is.
Think I'm gonna have a son.
That's really good sound quality. Yeah, it's the new iPhone.
Also, his phone works.
I don't recall him bringing the photo booth into the time machine.
My mom's a virgin. When I was a teenager, I had to give her the talk.
Have you guys ever thrown roses?
I've thrown a box of chocolates at a comedian.
They were trying to smother him in roses to tell him he stinks.
Del Taco. You want fries with your taco? Too bad, you're getting them.
They got the new free shavakadu.
Because Christianity never happened, Judaism became the dominant faith, and I have zero problem with that.
Didn't South Park do an episode where there were different groups of atheists fighting?
Yes, they went to the future. Richard Dawkins had convinced everyone to become atheists.
Tonight we can all go see that new movie starring Adam Sandler, Ben Stiller, and half a Scarlett Johansson.
I'm so glad these writers went on strike to get paid more. They definitely deserved it.
And now the Channel 5 News brought to you by Kentucky Boiled Chicken. Kentucky Boiled Chicken. All herbs, no spices.
Afternoon, Brian.
Hey, Mort. Why is your voice so deep?
Millennia of not running from people has made me remarkably confident and relaxed.
I thought it's because now they have to have him voiced by a legitimately Jewish voice actor.
It's almost sundown, so let's turn off our devices and walk 3 miles to temple.
What? We have to go back in time and stop Moses from receiving the 10 Commandments. Done. How'd you do that so fast?
Time travel.
Yeah.
I gave Moses $20 to walk away.
I'm actually quite happy we didn't have to watch that.
It's so they could do that Del Taco advert.
Hey, guys, who does Mel Gibson hate?
All of his ex-wives, but no generalized group.
Finally, a world with no religion, no prejudices, no irrationalities.
What? You think the world's meant for 2 religions?
What did you do, you little twerps?
Oh my God! God!
Fix it, fix it, fix it, fix it.
It was his idea.
Hey, they ripped off Futurama.
Is that where you want to live? Noogie City? Huh? Because I can take you there.
Do you think someone giving you now, at your current age, a noogie would like make you
The
do what
noogie
they
from
want to?
God, perhaps.
A world without religion is a world that values reason and logic to better the world for everyone.
There's still religion. He just took out 2 of them.
There are more than 2 religions.
And even if he got rid of all of them, someone would have...
That was the fucking ending.
Okay.
Thank God.
I'm basically Biff from Back to the Future.
The way that God would threaten them is just beating them up.
I'll give you a noogie.
This is God.
He has divine power.
Yeah, he could show them the light and show them that something.
I'll keep showing you the light.
Just open the Ark of the Covenant. Ah!
I mean, I think it was just incredibly dull. I actually didn't even realise the ending was coming up. The plot was just happening and I was just watching it and waiting for something to actually happen, and then it just ended.
Rather than like, this is the pretext and this is the conclusion, it kind of feels like a series of disjointed stories pushed together.
Just use it to make a bunch of jokes.
We'll make some joke shapes.
If you get rid of all religions, you just end up with the ecclesiarchy. It's the religion for the Imperium of Man.
Oh, from Warhammer.
There we go.
The thesis that without Christianity, people will be very logical and therefore the world will be better, as if the problem was the religion and not the people.
The problem with that is that the world is still full of humans.
What if we replaced all the humans with cats?
Actually, they did do that. They did a world where the dogs were the dominant species in a multiverse one. How can we get this back to normal? Let's just have God beat them up. There's no like lesson learned or conclusion had.
We've run out of ideas. Quick, the reset button, press it.
Brian is atheist, but he also acknowledges the existence of God, but chooses to try and downplay that. And then he meets God and remains atheist afterwards. He's never like, oh my God, there is a God or something like that. He's just felt like, okay, fine.
Also, his problem with the nurse was that she wouldn't have sex with him on the first date. That's what sparked the whole episode.
That does feel like too small a trigger to decide to destroy an entire religion, doesn't it?
She didn't consent to having sex with me, so I'm going to change the entirety of human history.
Also,
Bro, she said no. Like, chill the fuck out.
Yeah, also, we never saw her again. It's not like he went back to her to be like, let's get her opinion. It was just now there's no Christianity, and that was the new plot line.
They could have gone back to that character and then shown her maybe her life was so much worse without her home life was worse without religion.
Maybe,
or even like a more coherent plot would be him going back to her and seeing the impact on her, some level of spiritual fulfillment that she might be missing otherwise. But instead we just got some bits about Jewish comedians.
It seems like they've made a real mess of Potamia.
It's only okay to have your beliefs if I can pretend to share them and fuck you.
What a dick.
I was working in the lab late one night.
Are we ready for this next heap of bullshit? I really like Devil Flanders.
So is this 15 years ago from 1989?
Hey, Simpson.
Has anyone ever called him Simpson other than Mr. Burns?
Simpson, it's you.
Oh, Flanders. Only 2 people ahead of me.
This is obviously before the inanimate carbon rod came in.
I'm glad he still has his pink tie when he's at the power plant.
What the? I hired that cone. You're a good man, Mo Sizzlack.
Just doing God's work.
I thought God worked as a postie.
Oh my, that's a cheer. I have empathy, which means that I am, in fact, human, as I have long hypothesized. This never would have happened if you hadn't been sitting in a bar without your family.
I'm your self-doubt, and I say you're gonna screw it up.
Well, I'm your ambition, and I say you're gonna blow it.
Lisa's voice is the most consistent to how it used to be.
No one loves you.
Maggie sounds quite different.
As success stories go, I may not be an eggnot, but I can certainly help you.
Eggnot? What's that?
It's a drink you get at Christmas.
That was a pretty good impression, Norrie.
I do it whenever I want to sound smart. Gorgon!
Professor Frink, can make you laugh and make you think. Ah, that monkey will pay.
Nuclear Regulatory Commission, yes.
The Nuclear Regulatory Commission, yes. They're important because...
They're the government agency for nuclear plants and materials.
I can't hear the other guy in the room.
And they're patiently waiting for him while he gets the answers off screen.
I must tell you, this interview was like my feet before glycerin cream.
The goggles, they do nothing.
If you close your eyes, it sounds exactly like Rainier Wolfcastle.
I was elected to lead, not to read.
You know that's my computer.
Jesus Christ.
No, that's a different character. He wasn't the last one.
High four!
And over I go!
I don't really understand why he fell. Was that a joke?
I guess we should probably put a joke in there. That'll do. Fine, moving on forever.
Now all that's left is for you to storm out dramatically.
Don't tell me what to do! I quit!
I don't recall saying good luck.
I'm in a cage, Professor, and even I have more fun than you.
Is that Ralph?
Me fail English? That's impossible.
It's not enough to want a cracker, you've got to earn it.
I really prefer the half-moon ones. Those are like classic Homer.
Probably misses his old glasses.
The lukewarm room isn't as good as the room temperature room.
You're the lady who thought she was going to get the job. No hard feelings?
Well, certainly not to your face.
I'm sensing something beneath that remark.
Nothing I'll share with you until it's too late.
That's cool.
They called me slow.
She's going to get a tattoo that says, "The Homer, the."
I'm hoping she kills him and then the series just ends.
This is starting to feel like Frank Grimes Part 2.
Oh, God, it is just Frank Grimes again, isn't it? How did you get this job? You're incompetent. Yes, we know.
We finally have daycare. I can take a bath for as long as I want. I can floss once, then throw it away like a movie star.
Who wants to do their best modern-day Marge impression?
I've not smoked nearly enough cigarettes in my life.
Oh, me. All I see are trees.
The trees agree. Red roses too.
Mike Wazowski.
There once was a nerd from Caltech whose dating life was quite a wreck.
There once was a girl from Ealing. She had a peculiar feeling. She laid on her back, opened her crack, and pissed all over the ceiling.
Nice.
In a room, a young girl sits and sings her sad lament.
About a hero named Homer and a devil named Burns. Oh, here they go again.
Oh boy,
they're
referencing all the episodes.
And Dad is changing jobs.
Clearly the fans aren't fans of it, because like last year, that got the most downvotes on IMDb.
I think it's honestly because they just don't have enough to fill the episode. Otherwise, they have to do something to stretch out the runtime.
Well, they can make it shorter, I don't care.
Did we mention the dome Homer put over the town?
Oh, that was a Tuesday.
Movie reference.
Homer didn't put it over the town.
Yeah.
Do you happen to remember the atomic mass of uranium?
That's 238.02891.
Is he just sat there all the time on the end of that?
Oh, dear God, I've crossed a line. I've become a mad scientist.
I think you crossed that line a while ago.
What?
How about we raise a glass of lemonade instead?
Shut up, Flanders!
Did he just turn to the camera?
Yeah, he did, yeah.
Skiing and science.
Stupid, sexy atom.
Stories 8 hard years have taught me I cannot share with Dad.
Hey, you remember that song you heard 5 minutes ago? Do you remember the song?
Change the channel, Marge!
So we'll march day and night by the big cooling tower.
Professor, you can't abandon me now!
I very well can.
If he didn't want to talk to him, why did he have the earpiece in?
Yeah, and why didn't Homer check before he went on this trip?
Now can we please talk turbines?
Come on, I need your help, please.
Is his boss just not noticing that he's having this full conversation?
He doesn't want to discriminate against someone with schizophrenia.
Can you put the parrot back on?
I'm a budgie, idiot!
Do you really want a more qualified woman, me, to be cheated out of the job she deserves?
Don't you want me to be able to take a bath in the middle of the day?
My career is ruined.
Is it, or could she just apply for another job?
He could just go to his job at the old plant.
This is not the only job in the world.
We women have to stick together.
Is there a chance the track would bend?
I am a fraud.
I am also a fraud. I'm not Finnish. I'm Danish.
Get out of here, you southern son. Homer, no.
Don't try to talk me out of it with your icy charm.
I was saying no because you're skiing over a cliff.
Go, 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 go.
This is the greatest thrill of my life.
That was it.
What is it with these endings?
2 episodes in a row that just end, just that's it. You run out of material.
That was,
fuck off.
they didn't even resolve the drama.
That one I thought started off on a positive, but then it went downhill. Literally.
Sometimes the most important person to fool is yourself. Woohoo! Overtime!
As you say, when it started out, I was like, I'm interested to see an episode a bit more about Frink. You know, I think there's a positive here. And then I think I stopped caring about it quite early on. And then again, it just ended.
Yeah. They didn't resolve anything. They didn't resolve it with Frink. The girl didn't even need to be there because it just happened by itself.
I think that there were more bits which I kind of smirked at, more than in the Family Guy episode. But strangely, I think I found that more boring than the Family Guy episode.
Once it got into the actual video call meetings, then there were just long periods of dialogue where, are there jokes coming anytime soon?
Or Frink fell over.
Yeah, when Frink fell over, that was the down point.
They used to have A and B plots. Something,
a lot of the time,
something secondary would be happening in the background.
I don't think I've laughed once at either episode yet.
Would it have saved the episode if his new boss was Hank Scorpio?
Nope.
No, because that would have just been nostalgia baiting again.
Yeah.
Yeah, the nostalgia bait was strange, wasn't it? Because again, it really just didn't need
It was so unnecessary. Here's a screenshot we got off Disney Plus. Like, what?
The only part I found vaguely amusing was the part when they said, we started showing frames, and then it said, and now here's one from like season 48, and it was just like a completely obscure
just
reference.
Zardos.
Anyway, moving on.
Work all day for some old man, sweat and break your back.
Skip this.
You really can't wait 30 seconds.
We've seen the intro about 1,000 times.
Now we can't get into the Family Guy zone, Peter.
Oh no, anyway.
I never even liked working at that stupid brewery. Hardly my dream job, I'll tell you that much.
My memory is that he did want to work at the brewery.
The early seasons, I'm pretty sure he worked at a toy factory.
Yeah.
And then he was a fisherman.
Ever since I was a kid, I always pictured myself being an international spy.
You have dishonored the people of Finland, Mr. Band.
It's Finland again.
When you're a spy, you gotta
Alright, they got a laugh out of me.
Yeah.
Damn it. They achieved their goal.
Strange things are happening to me.
Wow, lucky gentleman. Because he gets to plow you, is what I mean.
So debonair.
We prefer the term drilling.
I'm training my replacement, Todd.
A male secretary? Well, I suppose I'll just have to adapt it. Nice penis, Todd.
Oh, Mr. Band.
Good morning, Mr. Band.
Whoa, my boss is the new Little Mermaid I'm so mad about.
Oh, that's topical.
Just let me show you the cutting-edge equipment you'll need for your mission. First, I have this fridge that displays today's headlines.
I do love American Dad's James Bond parody, Tearjerker.
Oh yeah.
I prefer the Casino Royale bit in Mitchell and Webb look. Yes, for weight of the fruitcake.
I can't find my way out.
Having been to Las Vegas, I can tell you actually it's fucking impossible to get your way out of a casino.
That's why Penn and Teller are still performing there. They just can't find their way out.
How did you find me? Honestly, I'm on a guided tour for the movie The Hangover, which ends on the roof.
Fun fact, gang, it was actually Zach's idea to put the sunglasses on the baby.
Relevant.
So that's when I pulled out Kylo Ren's lightsaber and knocked Blowfella off the roof.
So in his vision of his perfect job, his baby son is the enemy.
And also his baby son is called Blowfella.
Oh my.
Make love to me right now.
I'm sorry, Alice, I can't. I'm gay.
One down.
One down is such a good review of that bit.
I was actually lucky enough to have my dream job.
Do you think we'll see Cleveland's dream job or Joe's?
They're going to show Seamus's.
Me father was a tree.
I knew I needed to get in shape.
It's Weekend at Bernie's.
I'll take the most 80s reference you have.
I called it sexercise.
Is this supposed to be that
Richard Simmons?
Yeah.
No one has ever called John Davidson Johnny.
Hey, it's Johnny Silverhand.
My hands are all messed up.
He lost that weight quickly. It would have been good if it had gone all to his chin. And they explained that's why he's got such a massive face.
Never.
I think she's upset because we're making her listen to Family Guy. Peter, do not say anything bad about this chunky dog. She's old and she can't take it.
I can finish him off if you want.
At first, I assumed Jodie Foster had stolen my leg warmers, and I was about to go take it out on the president. But then I realized it could only have been one person intent on sabotaging me. Jane Fonda.
I don't think I know enough about Jane Fonda to really weigh in on this.
I have to go lobby our nation about cleaning up the mess we made in Vietnam.
Sorry, I went ahead and hit the 8X.
No, you did the right thing, Peter.
Well, that was significantly worse than the Peter Griffin one.
Yes.
Oh.
Last night there was a huge bust. Wow.
Came out this far.
I know you're nearing retirement and want a stable situation, so I'm hooking you up with a guy named Sergeant Maniac.
How you doing? I'm a crazy guy.
Sergeant Maniac.
Oh, they're combining them.
I think they should have swapped them over and made Joe do blackface.
I think they probably should have done that too, yeah. I think they missed a trick there.
Is this Miami Vice or Lethal Weapon?
Lethal Weapon, for sure.
Lethal Weapon, yeah.
They need to have their 80s nostalgia fix. Hey guys, remember the 80s? They were good. Remember the 1700s? That was the real century.
Quick, pull over and let me out.
What?
I'm gonna run the rest of the way.
I assure you, the car will be faster.
See you there.
Joe gets to walk so rarely, he's making the fucking most of it.
That's the joke.
I'm a citizen of Margaritaville. I even have this hat from a recent vacation to prove it.
I've been to Margaritaville.
How was it?
I got shit-faced.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had a business meeting there.
A business of who can drink the most alcohol.
Your diplomatic immunity's just been revoked.
The officer's actions, while illegal, were justified by a snappy line. Movie over.
Movie over.
Another fairly abrupt ending.
Always end on a strong joke.
It was better than the other one. The first episode we saw was, I don't know, 3 out of 10. That was a 5 out of 10.
See, I think, again, I wonder if I was more bored.
The Quagmire one was shit.
Yeah.
I found the first one like, oh, I'm interested to see where they go with the Bond thing. The third one, I was like, oh, it's just Lethal Weapon. And the second one, I was like, I don't give a fucking shit.
Ah, look at all the lonely barflies.
It is understandable that the most famous episodes of these shows should receive the most attention, but that shouldn't necessarily mean they deserve the highest amount of gold stars. Last year, according to IMDb voters, the best Family Guy episode was the one that, when it aired, got the show trending on Twitter, all because of a scene where Lois accidentally causes her husband to feast upon her mother's vagina. Or, as Gilbert Gottfried might put it, he claimed her clitoris.
Fucking hell.
Norrie did not have to say that.
My point is that this year, the supposedly best episode of The Simpsons' 35th season is the one episode of the season that everybody heard about.
It's Larry the Barfly, because he died, didn't he?
Exactly.
Hey, if you guys are getting loaded off them fumes, I'm gonna have to charge you.
Which one of you keeps renewing The Simpsons? It was fucking one of yours.
Hey, you know, I've dabbled in a lot, but never gambling. Yeah, I always thought betting was for class acts.
Hasn't Mo, like, nearly lost his thumbs to gambling before?
You gotta help me out here, please. I'm 64 grand in the hole.
They did loads of poker episodes.
I wonder if they've ever done another episode featuring King Toot's music store that's next to Moe's Tavern.
I only remember the one where Homer goes to get the saxophone.
That is, I think, the one time it's been used.
Guys, I think Larry's dead.
I've been calling him Barry. Why didn't anyone tell me?
Oh, I've been making an idiot out of myself.
You have to pay your respects. You spent more time with Larry than your own kids.
Can we pay our respects to Marge's voice?
You always said that you wanted one of these, Polly. And now you have one.
This is terrific.
And it's a comfort to know that you died at 92 of natural causes.
Natural causes? She clearly died from the vaccine.
Is that Sting?
No, it's Stun.
Who are we doing today?
A sad, balding drunk who hung out at Moe's.
Homer Simpson was a beloved killer of the...
My Lawrence always talked about his best friends.
It's that mole man in a wig.
Barney totally blew this off. Said he had something more important to do. Selfish jerk.
El pozo está completo. Su pueblo
What the fuck?
tiene agua.
Is this a Family Guy episode?
Wasn't there like a guy called Sam, the guy in like the trucker cap who always sat next to Larry?
Yeah.
Where's he?
Yeah.
They were kind of like a mute Lenny and Carl.
They didn't say why he died either.
Did he trip and fall on his own shears?
Larry the barfly sat at a stool every night and he ordered a beer.
Well, this is fucking depressing.
This is creatively bleak.
All the lonely Larrys, they all come to an end.
They said why Barney wasn't at the funeral, but he's not with them hanging out either.
But the one I'm really disappointed in is Lenny.
What?
He just always struck me as a sensitive guy with a good heart.
Not Lenny!
You've gone too far, Marge.
We should all take Larry's ashes there, together.
Huh?
It's the sensitive thing to do.
He's trying to bang Marge.
I want to be the man that my friend's wife thinks I am.
Sam, I think you've been watching too much Family Guy to think he's only being nice to her to bang her. This is not Brian.
Yeah, I should think better of Lenny. It's a Mo thing to do.
He is Lenny.
The four amigos are on the road.
Here's to transport the pandas from the zoo.
And the whales.
Come on, they're on to us. Get him back to the crematorium.
He never felt like one of us. He was a drunk, and we're just social drinkers who also drink alone. I believe that Larry's ghost is hovering above us.
Oh, I didn't know it was Joe Biden's birthday.
Yeah, who has more life in them, Joe Biden or that ghost?
Larry, get back in your jar.
Diamonds!
Whatever money these corpse jewels yield, we'd be crazy to split it 4 ways.
Why's he animated so weird?
He's got more movement here than he ever has before.
It's like some of those episodes in season 1.
Except for one difference. You and me need this money way more than Lenny and Carl. You got an expensive trophy wife and like 1,000 crazy kids.
I don't know about this. I can just imagine what Marge would say. Homer, I insist you steal those jewels.
I'll do it.
You guys were getting up early to use the 2 free continental breakfast vouchers without us.
See, this is why Carl doesn't talk much.
What the hell, lady? You know I gotta get back to save my lady from the clutches of Kool and the Gang. Now let's get back on the highway.
I'm sorry, Carl. I'll get back on the highway.
No, you go however you want. Let's do right by Larry.
That was a sudden change of heart.
Wait, nothing to see here, huh? Just crystallized Larry chunks.
I earned that.
Y'all get in the frunk.
The fuck is a frunk? So what do we call it? A fruit?
And I only listen to you because I'm highly suggestible.
No, you're not.
You're right, I'm not.
They've already made that same joke in an earlier season.
You're the highly suggestible type.
Yes, I am the highly suggestible type.
That's not true.
Yes, it is.
No, you're right. Of course it is. I gotta pay more attention to the nicknames when I hire these guys. Now, can you go pick up Connie at the airport, the Bruno wife banger?
Hey, with pleasure.
I don't get mad. I get cucked.
Hey, look at this. I could blast him when he opens the frunk.
That is extremely
convenient. It flared.
I mean, if the car had the brakes off and was on ice, maybe.
Michael Caine drives past and says, "It's been done."
How many times has Homer fallen down a cliff?
Literally the last episode we've watched.
Oh, that's true.
Can't believe Tony's wife's getting banged right now.
I think I know where Larry really wanted us to take his death dust.
In accordance with what we think your dying wishes might well have been.
Okay. Probably the most cohesive.
It's not that entertaining. Or funny. Certainly not funny.
Yeah.
Well, there we go. Larry's dead, everybody.
There were a couple of points where I actually laughed, but I still didn't think it was very good. I think it was more of like Larry's dead. This is a genuinely interesting idea that they're probably not going to go back on. But then I was like, okay, that's happened now. I don't really care, really. It's, if anything, it's just quite sad The Eleanor Rigby bit was sad, and also just the fact that his closest friends are people there who are like, I don't know fucking anything about this guy.
Checking his phone all alone as he sits with his pain.
I did enjoy that. For the Beatles, it's a sad song.
Yeah, where do all these people come from?
That was certainly, the best part was that scene. I wonder if that's the reason why it got a higher rating though, rather than the episode, because the episode around it was quite mundane. But that bit was the most, interesting and different and unique.
It's a significant, unsignificant character. Someone who's been a part of the show from the very beginning, but barely a part of it. He's just there. So I like that. I saw a few news articles. Please stop making that noise. Simpson fans outraged by decision to axe Larry. I'm not outraged. I actually kind of like that. Yeah. I like that they've finally given this character his spotlight, but in it, he's dead. He's not even in the episode because he is ashes.
Simpsons fans outraged that the show has continued for the last 20 years.
People watch it for fun, not because their friends are forcing them to.
While it's odd that they decided not to involve Barney in this episode, they didn't acknowledge Sam at all, which, when I heard about this episode, I thought that was going to be an element, that it was going to be like we would see Sam's perspective of, we've been in the bar all this time, and you never speak to us. And so maybe they would then befriend Sam, so to try and make up for not getting to know Larry. But they did the exact opposite of that by not featuring Larry in the episode at all.
Which did we prefer?
It was definitely a case of none of them I would choose to watch outside of this. It's not even entertaining enough to be brain rot.
I feel like last time there were bits that we did laugh at a bit more. I don't think there was anything that made all of us laugh this time. You can edit it in if I'm wrong.
Hey, I wonder who they got to do the song. Blech.
This time it's worse. They're both shit.
I don't think they were irritatingly bad, at least. They were just boring.
Yeah, we got away without a very, very long Family Guy scene.
I got a big date with my girl. Naiba's taking me to see the reunited Kool and the Gang.
Didn't she date one of the gang?
What of? She dated Kool.
Whoa, cool!
The supposedly best Family Guy episode might have been decent the whole way through if it had just been a James Bond parody.
To be fair to that last Simpsons episode, that was the only episode that we watched of either Simpsons or Family Guy that had an ending to the story. The others just cut out.
I think we should all take a second here to mourn the death of that parrot, because Polly will never get that cracker.
I had a barfly called Larry. He died. Mo said he was sleeping. He lied.
My dream job was to be the guy who made When the Boat Comes In.
Always end on a strong joke.